Okay, so tonight we're gonna do some front squats, some front squeezies with these bad boys. So I've done one full session of front squats this year, and that was in Japan. Clarence is doing some front squats, and Zach. So I did some front squats. My elbows were so sore for most of this year that front squats were excruciating. Now my elbows are much better, but now my wrist is kind of fucked. It's getting better, so probably, is it a stress fracture? It's very jarring. The pain is jarring, but I might try some front squats with some straps. Normally my front squat is around 80 to 85% of my back squat, so in theory I should be able to do 240 to 250. Will I do that tonight? Probably not. It's still a skill you have to practice. Now, normally I'd like to just do it normal grip, clean grip, but because I can't do it normal grip, I'm gonna do some straps. It's always a good method. Now, sometimes when athletes injure their wrists, they'll do like one side with the strap, one side without, but I prefer if you did them bilaterally. Now, I don't wear hats. I don't wear them inside. Well, sometimes I wear hats. It's just sunshine or I'm shooting or something. But the gym is still inside. So I'm gonna put this up here. And this might be a failed experiment. This doesn't feel like it's in a good position already. Doesn't feel that bad. So why am I doing front squats? A couple of reasons. I haven't done them in ages. I actually like front squats. I'm pretty good at front squats. 240 front squat, it's not that bad. Great focus on knee extensors, although my squat is pretty knee extensor heavy. It's a nice change to do some front squats. If you can front squat 250, you might as well front squat 250. Then the pulling will be largely a deadlift style pulling, so not a clean deadlift per se, but it'll be pretty similar. And then the hamstrings, if I'm gonna do some sprinting, gotta have some hammies. So we're looking at hip flexors, hamstrings, and knee extensors as the primary things I should be training for sprinting, all of which I have in large quantities, but we could always make them better. Let's just throw some weight on. Now, one of the funny things about these squat stands is they're rated to 180 kilos and they took 300 kilos. So Power Mark stood the test. Okay, they don't feel that great. Now, I didn't video yesterday because no one needs to see me doing it, but I was doing my A and B skips as the kind of speed session and some counter movement jumps. They're feeling all right. Not great. Trying to keep that foot in a lot of dorsiflexion for those sprinting mechanics. A skips are okay, B skips are not good. The B skips were no bueno. Calves were feeling it too. Calves were not used to that much bouncing at the moment, given that I'm 125 kilos. Okay, let's not dilly-dally, let's put on some shoes. Some people were doubting Toshiki's peak, but if you go to his YouTube, it's all there. It's basically what he does. No lies. Yes, ma'am. Oh, shocking. Front squats are better with weightlifting shoes on. Ooh, that feels terrible. Oh lordy. That feels awful. That feels so foreign and heavy on the front. That's hilarious. You know, one thing, I did a 250 shoeless, sleeveless, beltless, 4-second pause back squat at 250. That's nearly more impressive, than 300. I feel like just less people cared. All right, let me do another set. The shaking. Whoa. Okay, let's just do one back squat and see how it feels. Oh my god! It feels so heavy. I'll do a few more back squats. I think I gave people the wrong impression the last day that I was going to let my squat go more than, like I was just going to let it go and I was just going to like stop progression. No, I'm going to keep squatting probably twice a week. And like I said, I reckon I'll probably be a stone's throw away from 270 staying active. Like I could probably do 250 any day, and if you gave me a week or so, I'd probably get 270. Especially if I got to 100. But I'm not gonna let it go. Oh no. Oh, that feels kind of nice. Can't super upright though. Now, doing front squats and back squats in the same session, it's kind of dumb, unless you're a powerlifter. Sometimes you might do front squats after as an accessory work. It kind of doesn't count. But to be honest, split squats and high bar squats are the way forward for powerlifters. Push your high bar, practice your low bar. Promise you. Low bar will go up. Okay, let's do a few dainty little reps at 200. Little baby reps, little baby weight. 200. Who cares about squatting 200? I'm joking. I'm being an asshole. Might do a little pause at the start of this rep. Just show 200. Who is le boss? I'm the boss. I'm the captain now. Oh, that feels heavy. It's nice for now. Just novel, something fun. Keep my legs taking over, and we'll do another squat session later in the week. Train some hamstrings. Build some ass when I have ass. It's hamstrings I need. Always start the training block light. Always. It's the most common question we get. The Seek Strength programs. They're like, oh, program's really light. It's too easy. Can I up the weights? No, not on the main lifts. No, you can't. And whatever happens if someone does do it, is they're like, oh, so I upped the weights and I couldn't make the next few weeks. Like, shocker. Think that's Think there's any reason why? It's because you up the weights, maybe? Huh? That's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you as an athlete. Think more precisely, think way less in general, and just do. Just do the stuff you're supposed to do. I'm not joking. Just do it. If you need to ask a question, do you need to know the answer or do you want to know the answer? It's okay to want to know. I know lots of great athletes who just do. The coaches I see saying you should explain everything to your athletes are usually social media coaches trying to make themselves look like better coaches. Okay. So articulation of the thumb. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's still sore. Okay. Putting pressure on the wrist. But it's okay. You don't need to spend time thinking. You just need to spend time doing more. The people who I see progressing the least in amateur world is people who are constantly thinking about what they should be doing rather than what they need to be doing. So they think about, is everything optimal? They think about programming, think about changing the programming. They think about the technique of certain things, but there's a right way and a wrong way to think about them. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to be a completely dumb, oblivious athlete, but there's a way of thinking about stuff and trying to optimize it, and then there's a way of questioning stuff. So questioning stuff is, is this the right program? Is this the right technique for me? Are these shoes the right shoes for me? What I should be asking is, how can I make this evening session better? Can I go in? Have I done what I needed to do? Have I got enough sleep? Have I drank enough water? Have I got all my stuff ready? Is today the right day to do things? There's such a fine line, and from a coach's point of view, people get into this kind of tizzy, into this kind of rut of changing constantly. And we're coming close to 10,000 athletes in the last couple of years, 6 years. And there's one thing I can tell you about the average person is that you can do so much better than you think you can. If you do the right stuff, the right programming, and train the right way, you can make way better progress way faster than you think. I think the purest example of that is the Row 10-Year Squat program. Certainly the most popular program. The amount of people who are just astounded at the progress, or they look at the program initially and they're like, there's no way I can do that. And then they do it and they're like, I'm so sorry, I doubted everything. I didn't even know. And they'll make like a 25 kilo PB. And I'm not talking about, go get sick like that. But if you find a good coach and a good program, you can make the progress. I want you to make progress. But it doesn't tell anyone to take gear. Ooh. Okay. Give me some hamstrings. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we're feeling it in the hammies. Listen to Scott Galloway on Chris Williamson's podcast, and kind of talking about young men need to be more in touch with their emotions, and a lot of the comments are disagreeing, and they're saying young men are too emotional. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think people are any very, very different than we've ever been. I'm sure Plato has a quote about that, or maybe it's Socrates. The old men complain about the younger generation, say they're too impetulant, but it's been like that forever. I don't think young people are any massively different. It's pretty tough to be in that young age bracket, you know, mid-teens, for anyone, men or women, boys or girls. I don't even think you guys are any different. There's a lot of 18 to 20-year-olds watching this. I don't think you're any softer, any more emotional. If it's anyone's fault, it's the generations above fault. People are softer. But I think the more opportunities are available. Why would you do hard work if you could get the same or better wage for just working in an office? Angle with the wall, so just do some reps. Now, I know people do these fast, but do we need to do them fast? Me. It's gonna get a nice pump. So left side, the side that's not sore, is easier. Who'd have thunk it? Okay, the rain came in hot on this tin roof, but a couple of sets of these. This works quite well, actually. Not as much contraction at the top of the weaker side, or the less sore side. Probably makes sense. Okay, gonna finish with some cardio, 25 minutes, moderate pace. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Got a little squats in, got our deadlifts in, our stiff legged pulls in, tried the front squat out, some hip flexor training, practicing dorsiflexion for the sprinting, and yeah, pretty good session overall. Very low key training, novel, interesting. So I hope you're enjoying these. Let's see where it goes. Check out the Seek Strength app, seekstrength.com. Check out the Seek Strength app, iOS and Android, for all your training needs.